Hello everyone, today you will hear an interesting story. My life took a completely different turn from the moment I met Jennifer. Our souls intertwined like two interconnected streams of water, and together we built our little family. We had our little princess, Erica, growing and shining like the light of a rainbow. She was already 6 years old. Her laughter was our source of joy, and her innocence was our hope for the future. We dwelled in a cozy house by the seaside. This cottage had been passed down from my parents, who unfortunately had already passed away. This house became our sanctuary, washed by salty breezes and adorned with the glittering stars of the night sky. And though the house was small, it was filled with warmth and love. Here we shared our joys and struggles, creating indescribable memories. It all began when I found a job in coastal security. My task was to guard the coastline, ensuring the safety of those who came to enjoy the waves and the sand. We also monitored the coastal waters, observing the movement of all vessels in the area. Every time I gazed at the boundless ocean, I felt like I was a part of something greater than just a security guard. Jennifer, my beautiful wife, worked as a chef at a local restaurant. Her culinary expertise and passion for creating delicious dishes amazed me every day. Her hands had the ability to transform ordinary ingredients into true works of art, and our home was often filled with the aromas of delightful dishes. Our daughter Erica was our light and rainbow after the rain. Her innocence and purity bestowed upon me moments of priceless happiness. I watched her grow and explore the world around her, and each time it filled me with pride and tenderness. Our little cottage was a special place. It stood just a few steps away from the shore, its pristine white walls contrasting with the blue of the sky and the sea. Wooden windows and doors gave it the enchanting atmosphere of an old fairy tale. A small garden with vibrant flowers surrounded the house, creating a sense of coziness and joy. I never ceased to be amazed at how my home had become a part of me. I expanded it, adding a couple of rooms to create space for our family and to give Erica more room to play and discover. We spent our days strolling along the sandy shore, collecting seashells and building sandcastles. And every evening, we returned to our cozy home to share dinner and endless stories. But even as time passed and life left its marks, our little nest by the sea remained our sanctuary from life's storms and trials. These walls bore witness to our love, happiness, and inspiration. Darling, listen, I have an idea that I want to pursue. What idea? There's this guy, Spike Dawson, a local yacht dealer. Do you know him? Yes, I know him. He's quite an unsavory character. What about him? Well, he really likes the way I cook. He suggested that I offer private culinary services. What does that mean? I asked, puzzled. We have many wealthy people in the port who prefer to spend more time at sea than in restaurants. They could use a skilled chef. I would go on these yachts out to the sea and cook exclusive meals for these clients. It could earn us much more money. I don't mind your progress, but getting involved with Spike is a very bad idea. He's a shady character with a criminal past. We've been keeping an eye on him for a while. I really dislike the idea. Bree, it doesn't matter. I won't be doing anything illegal. I'll just be cooking, doing what I love. That's all. It's still a bad idea. This guy could get you into some trouble. I doubt there are any decent people in his circle. I wouldn't want to have any business with someone like him. Darling, I understand that you care about me and worry for me, but I want this. I need you to believe in me and support me. Etain, I just want to try, and I promise you, at the first sign of anything going wrong, I'll drop the idea. All right, my love, if you really want this, you can give it a try. Just please don't make me too anxious. This news was very unsettling for me. I dropped hints and even told Jennifer directly that it was a bad idea. But she didn't listen. I really didn't want to let my wife spend a few days in such dubious company. When Jennifer set off on her first small cruise, I was incredibly nervous and anxious. Hey Jennifer, I said. So how was it? Tell me all about it.
Hello, Harry, she replied. I enjoyed it all.
Could you tell me more? What did you do there? The articulate ears. I asked. I mainly focused on my work cooking, she replied. Really, I don't even know what to tell you. There were a lot of people there, all engaged in their conversations. And during my breaks, I just relaxed. You know how exhausting the work can be, but overall, I liked it, she continued. I feel like I can continue doing this. Usually, Jennifer would tell me about every little thing. She was always forthcoming. But now I had to practically pull information from her word by word. This raised my suspicions. It felt as if she was hiding something from me. But over time, Jennifer became more and more engrossed in this type of work. However, she spent very little time with other clients. A time with this main client. Spike, Jennifer, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but you hardly ever tell me about your work. What's going on?
Harry, nothing's going on. Why do you ask?
Is that ever since you started this outdoor job, you've been spending less time with me and Erica. It's like you're growing distant from us. Wait, don't be so dramatic. Everything is fine. I don't know why you're overthinking it. Of course, with this job, I can't be home every day. But I'm doing this for our family. I love you and Erica more than anything. You're always my priority. I'm constantly thinking about you.
And I was just like, it's nice to hear that, but still, I got both, and still, I worry that you spend so much time with this bike, and
It's been quite a while. Don't you have other clients? Why are you still cooking for this chart? You know how much I dislike all of this? Darling, why are you making a fuss again? Really, everything is fine. I don't understand why you're so suspicious of Spike. As far as I'm concerned, he's a great guy. Terrific. So you like him now? What? No, of course not. Not in the way you're thinking. I'm just saying that he's not as bad as you make him out to be. He behaves decently and politely. Jennifer, no matter how he seems to you, he's a nasty piece of work. He's a deceiver, always up to something. I really don't understand why you're defending him. Harry, calm down. I'm not defending anyone. I just wanted to share my opinion with you. Jennifer, I understand people quite well. But no matter what he appears to be, he's not the person he presents himself as. He's a rather shady character. That's why I didn't want you to get involved with him in the first place. Carrie, don't worry. Nothing has changed. I'm earning well by doing what I love. Just give me some time. Everything will settle down and you'll see everything will be fine. Jennifer's explanations calmed me down time and time again. But the more time passed, the less I understood what was happening. I was completely confused about the situation. Harry, how are you? You know, friend, you've been acting quite differently lately. My friend and partner Simon asked me. Don't worry about it. I'm just tired from work. Harry, I've known you for a long time. I don't want to pry, but if you don't want to talk about it, don't lie to me.
That there's not much to tell, just some family issues.
Probably because your wife is working for Spike now, isn't she?
Oh, Simon, you're damn right.
All because of that jerk.
Ike, my wife, now serves him quite frequently on his yacht. I'm trying to come to terms with the idea that there's nothing wrong with it, but my gut feeling won't let me rest. I've been trying to convince Jennifer how much of a scoundrel Spike is. But Jennifer doesn't want to listen to me. Plus, she keeps assuring me otherwise. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yes, my friend, the situation isn't the best. But there are two possibilities. Either your wife is genuinely naive, or she knows what's going on and is hiding something. You need to look into this more closely. I'm not saying anything against Jennifer, but be more attentive to her. Simon's words made me think even more. I understood that he meant well and was trying to help. And I inadvertently started scrutinizing Jennifer's behavior more closely. I noticed that she had changed a bit, but it could have been due to changes in her work schedule and environment. It was hard to figure out what was going on with her. But one day I stumbled upon something that puzzled me greatly. Normally, I wouldn't have paid much attention to it. But now it struck me as odd. After Jennifer returned from another trip on Spike's yacht, I found expensive lingerie in the laundry. This lingerie was a gift from me to Jennifer on our wedding anniversary. She wore it when we had romantic dinners. She wore it only for me. And now she had worn it when going to that jerk's yacht. But Jennifer, I don't want to seem strange, but I found that lingerie, the sexy one I gave you, in the laundry. If I remember correctly, you used to wear that lingerie only for me. And now it was among the washed clothes just after you came back from Spike's yacht. Harry, are you out of your mind? What's with the suspicions? Then explain this to me. I don't know what to explain to you. Explain what kind of underwear I put on. Are you joking? It's not even funny anymore. I wore that lingerie because I like it, not to show it to anyone. And I don't want to talk about this anymore. Jennifer replied to me angrily. But she really didn't want to explain anything to me. It might have been a silly detail, but that detail put Jennifer in a very awkward position. My suspicion grew even stronger, and I decided to keep an eye on Jennifer. I knew when she was planning to go to Spike's yacht again. I planted a bug in her clothing. I had some experience with these things before, and I hid the bug discreetly. Now I could clearly hear everything around Jennifer. It's in the evening when Jennifer went to Spike's yacht again. I left my daughter with our friendly neighbor for the night, and together with Simon, we went out to sea on a patrol boat. I explained everything to him, and he decided to help me get to the bottom of it all. We were not far from Spike's yacht. I heard through the hidden bug how Jennifer was talking to that scoundrel Spike. Well, Jennifer husband trouble again? Yes, Spike. He's just driving me crazy with his suspicions. Oh, to hell with him. Or should I do that? Not necessary for now. He doesn't know anything yet. Let's keep it that way for now. Alright, Jennifer, come to me. I've missed you so much. Then I heard excited sighs. Apparently, those bastards started having sex. I quickly approached the yacht. Apparently, there was no one on it except those bastards. When I boarded the yacht, nobody came out to me. Those birds were too busy with each other and didn't hear anything. I went down to the lodge and saw these critters fucking and not noticing anything around them. Scum, get away from my wife. I shouted and pulled that scoundrel off Jennifer. Come, get away from my wife. I shouted and pulled that scoundrel off Jennifer. Harry, what are you doing here? Jennifer screamed in panic. Just thought I'd pay you a visit. Right on time. I yelled and threw Spike against the wall. That scoundrel didn't even understand anything. He hit his head hard and fell unconscious, a small pool of blood forming near his head. Oh, you shameless piece of crap. Your words were nothing but blatant lies. You slept with this scumbag and told me how innocent you were, how I was just deluding myself. You're such a despicable, two-faced creature. Harry, forgive me. I'm guilty. I lied to you. Please, let's discuss this calmly. There's nothing left to discuss here. You betrayed me, and I'm not going to forgive you. I'll need to. Spike, shoot.
Unexpectedly, Jennifer shouted.
Suddenly, a shot rang out. A sharp pain pierced my leg below the knee. I fell, writhing in pain. While Jennifer distracted me, that scoundrel woke up and grabbed a gun, then shot me in the leg. As I heard the gunshot, Simon came down into the cabin. Spike shot him too. Simon fell as well. Get your ass up, Harry. Drag your dead friend up here, Spike told me. I'll make you pay for this. Of course. Get moving. Pimping. I lifted Simon's body and pulled him outside. Dump into the water, you bastard, Spike ordered. I'm not going to do that. Jump into the water quickly. I knew that as soon as I jumped into the water, that scoundrel would shoot me. Simon was still alive. I could hear him breathing. You're just a real coward. You're just a freak who's afraid to talk like a man. I began to provoke Spike. Awkwardly tan. Spike approached me closer and pressed the gun against my head. It won't help you. Help is already on its way. You can see it coming. Look in that direction. I said to that scoundrel. For a moment, Spike got distracted, and I grabbed his gun. We both fell, but Spike didn't let go of the gun. He started pulling the trigger and shooting randomly, but I held his hands so he wouldn't hit me. The gun ran out of bullets. I kicked Spike in the stomach, and he fell. I stood on the edge of the yacht. Next to me lay Simon. I wanted to knock all the crap out of that scoundrel, but then I heard Jennifer.
Don't touch him, Harry.
Perish in hell, you bastard. I hate you,
Jennifer said and pulled the yacht's lever abruptly.
The yacht jerked strongly and Simon and I fell into the water. I held on to Simon and watched as those bastards celebrated and insulted me. Their self-satisfied faces were getting further away from me. But suddenly there was a powerful explosion. Ustards went up in flames in an instant. Fragments started flying around, decorating the water with fiery islands. At that moment, I didn't know what had happened. But I can't deny that I wasn't too upset when the smug faces of those bastards were hidden behind the fireball. I climbed back aboard our patrol boat with Simon, and we headed to the hospital. Simon and I were both fine. Later, I learned that when that scoundrel mindlessly fired on the yacht, he damaged the fuel system and the fuel ignited, causing the yacht to explode. As only some charred remains of those bastards were found, I returned to my little daughter, but I didn't tell her the whole truth. Sometime later, Cynthia appeared in my life. This woman became a new member of our family. She grew very fond of my daughter, and my daughter also became attached to her. Now we had a new strong family where we could forget about the disappointments of the past,